Hello and welcome to AUC Observer. My name is Dalia Al-Aqad, taking you through 3 segments today on our show. Do you ever imagine what the future might look like in 2050? To better understand that, we will talk with Habiba Abdelwahed and Ali Ghazal. They are part of winning team of AUC students in a global contest called Shall Imagine the Future Scenarios Competition 2021. But before that, let's begin with the first segment, talking about interesting places at AUC and distinguished people who graduated from AUC. She traveled about 60,000 miles from Japan to Egypt to learn Arabic. In 1971, she graduated from the American University in Cairo at Center for Arabic Study Abroad. Currently, she serves as a governor of Tokyo. Who is she? Let's discover in this profile.
I'm Yuriko Koike, the governor of Tokyo.
Hassan Abdullah is an Egyptian financier. He was the chief executive officer of the Arab African International Bank and currently is the chief executive officer of United Media Services. More in the upcoming profile by Sarah Doumi. Al-Asali is an Egyptian superstar who is best known for his unique voice. More details in the upcoming report by Lara Magdi.
رن تليفونه بغنوة بتفكروا بيها كانت شغالة أول مرة تلاقيها ولما رد كان بقاله ساعة مستنيها قالت له أنا منها خارجة ينفع لبكرة نخليها.
Actually, AUC was the main reason of where I am right now. I started my career in AUC. I started singing in concerts that the SU organized. And my colleagues in the SU gave me the first boost in order to feel like I'm important, like I'm a star.
وانتي جاية من الأرض ولا جاية من السما؟ ده اللي زيك بيجي مرة كل 100 سنة. من نظرة رحت فيها وانتي برضو مش هنا، يا ويلي أنا. من غير جناحات وياك تقول ما خلاص الوقت فات. شوف الجايات وانسى الرايحات، حبة طموح وهتعمل معجزات. تقدر تطير من غير جناحات وياك تقول ما خلاص الوقت فات. وعلى خدك ادي بوسة على خدك، يا لذاذتك في الدنيا دي من قدك. ده وجودك بالنسبة لي حياة.
The daycare center on the New Cairo campus provides an open environment for the children of AUC staff to develop at their own pace. More details in the upcoming report by Laura Magdi. A charismatic, confident, and fearless theater director, Mahmoud El-Lawzi, a professor of drama and theater in Department of Performance and Visual Arts at the American University in Cairo. More about him on the upcoming profile by Nada Shakir. For years, the Performing and Visual Arts Center has fueled a thriving art scene serving both the AUC community and its neighborhood. More in the upcoming promo by Nada Shaker. Omar Samra is a British-born Egyptian adventurer, entrepreneur, and speaker, and the first Egyptian to climb Mount Everest. More in this profile by Sharif Azmi.
The first Egyptian in the world to make it to the summit of Everest. Yeah, I reckon he got about 4 more paces. Well done. Good on you.
continues to serve as a prime downtown destination for a range of conferences, lectures, seminars, and public events held by the university. Check this iconic hall in the promo by Sharif Azmi. The Kamal Adham Center has more than 35 years in excellence in television and digital journalism in Egypt and throughout the Arab world. Let's watch this promo by Muhammad Abu Aita.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to our second show of AUCTV.
Adham Center was founded back in 1985 with a pledge from Sheikh Kamal Adham and the director Abdullah Shleif. The Adham Center consists of 4 divisions. The first, of course, is the Masters in Television and Digital Journalism. This MA program enabled them to get into the industry. They have excellent facilities and state-of-the-art equipment. The second is AUCTV. All courses from the first division are tweaked with an angle for production. This production feeds AUCTV. The AUC television is a professional network that is also managed by the graduate students. AUCTV not only limited to the center, but it's available for all the university on campus and outside campus.
Because there is, there's a real deficit in training.
The third division is the division of research and publication that publish Arabian Society, a rank academic journal, got the status by Scopus and Elsevier, and earned a Q2 journal, becoming one of the flagship journals in the Middle East. In addition, this particular division is responsible for doing symposiums and forums. The fourth division is the division of the professional development program, is responsible for doing tailored short courses and corporate programs in corporate communication, as well as producing the digital media diploma in Arabic, which is serving a great deal of people around the Arab world. Adham Center in the past 4 years won 20 international awards. This recognition did not come easy. It came through hard work and commitment.
Adham Center students have produced many PSAs to raise awareness about variety of issues on AUC campus. Let's have a look. What would our world be like in 2050? Could coastal cities in Egypt avert the catastrophe of rising sea levels? Such a question that a team of AUC students answered in a global contest called Shall Imagine the Future Scenarios Competition 2021 that was conducted virtually. The team won second place representing Egypt at the contest at the end of August. The team competed against about 300 other teams. Let's welcome to our two guests, Habiba Abdelwahed, Construction Engineering Major, and Ali Ghazal, Computer Engineering Major.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We will start with Habiba, and we would like to know what the two phases of the competition that you won the second place.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much for having both of us here on behalf of our team. The competition, once we enrolled in the competition, it's a filtering process. Like every single time there's different stages up till we reach the local competition phase, where we competed against, where we ended up winning first place out of 300 teams. And then after the local competition, the second phase was the global competition, which was actually in the MENA region and Asia. Therefore, we represented Egypt, and we competed against Singapore and Thailand.
Thank you. Move to Ali. Could you tell us more about how you prepare for such competition and with the specific team?
Sure. First of all, thank you for having us today. Our team consists of 5 engineering students, Mohamed Mitwali and Hisham Zidan. It all started with both of them, and Mohamed Mitwali invited me to join the team, and then Hisham invited Habiba, and Habiba invited Lara. And the 5 of us who were majoring in different engineering majors and had a different training in different liberal arts subjects had a quite well-rounded education that enabled us to participate and get such a level in the competition. We prepared for the competition by utilizing over our analytical engineering skills and using this knowledge of the economy and the politics and the problems of society all around us to help us imagine those futures of Alexandria in 2050.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to add something too. While preparing also for the competition, we were all, due to COVID, we were all segregated in our own houses, so we've never really I've never met Ali or Mitwali, and also Hisham, I just knew him back from uni. And Laura and I, we were like neighbors, so we would always like meet up and like try to conduct calls online with the boys. And after the competition, it was our first time to actually meet, like after the end of the competition.
Okay, so how did you decide, Habiba, to also to prepare for this? I hear that there is a lot of coaches and there is some guidance. So can you tell us about this?
Okay, well, the competition, the best part of it, it's a program. There's always coaches and there's always coaching sessions during that program. So it's a journey. You're always learning something and you're always building up something. And we have like different coaches. We had a life coach. We also had one of the coaches was from the AUC from AUC named Dr. Ayman Ismail, who's participating in the Venture Lab. So there were like different expertise directing us where to go and giving us their experience, but at the same time it's a program and they're teaching us how to be flexible. So it was truly a learning process on the way in that competition. It wasn't finding an end product or finding one solution. No, it's you're picking out different factors and you're integrating each one, and it's like you're fixing a puzzle.
Yes.
One more thing, the competition is about scenario planning, and Shell developed their own framework about scenario planning. So the beginning of the competition, they gave us sessions about their framework and how to think about problems. It starts with analyzing the problem and interviewing and talking to different stakeholders who are involved in this situation, which we are interested in. And scenario planning is about the uncertainty of the future. No one knows the future, and as engineers, most engineers like analytical solutions, like to know the exact answer. But scenario planning, which is inspired from business and management point of view, is talking about no one can know or predict the future. We should be able to predict and have different scenarios in mind, and for whatever scenario that would play out at the end, we are prepared for it.
I think, Habiba, that to explore and to imagine the future, that needs special skills. So do you think that is an easy task, or for you, for your point of view?
In my opinion, definitely not. But it doesn't take one. It takes a whole team, and I believe our team, we were all talented in different things. Like personally, I'm very passionate about sustainability, and this is why I went into that competition. Laura's mainly architecture. Ali's mainly computer science, and Hisham and Mitwalli are both mechanical. And each one has a different talent. Each one is skilled at something. When we understood that we can all merge and everyone just can imagine differently, and like we try to compromise, this is like a true skill, like being able to work with a whole team and just not shutting yourself down and just working alone, like being able to like work as an actual team.
How these scenarios could benefit the society, the local society in Alexandria, as you mentioned?
Well, when we were doing these scenarios, we were inspired by the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals by the United Nations, and we were in everything, like we couldn't tackle all the goals, but we were we had certain goals that we wanted to fulfill in these scenarios. So our true inspiration was us looking at the SDGs, and a big part of what we did in both of our scenarios, we also wanted to tackle the well-being, people's well-being. Like it's not only the economy, no, we care about the society's well-being, and most importantly to the environment, because in both scenarios we were trying to be resilient to climate change.
Move to Ali. Do you want to add something?
Yes.
Here?
Scenario planning, as I mentioned, is about predicting the future, and if we have glimpses about how the future might play out, we can take actions right now to shift the society into the direction we want. And that's how we believe our scenarios can benefit the entire society if we analyze that, and if we realize that we want to mitigate the climate change, and if we want to build a society where well-being is at best shape, and at the same time we want to care about innovation, then we have to take such decisions to steer the society into this direction. And that's the importance of scenario planning in general.
I hear that there is a lot of challenges during the whole journey from phase 1 to phase 2 competition. Could you tell us?
There was the challenge of imagining and coming up with different scenarios and overcoming our biases and our shortcomings and our lack of information about certain aspects of society, like coming from an engineering background. I'm not well versed in economy or politics and all those topics, so I needed to do a lot of reading with the entire team and doing some research in those aspects. Further, there was the challenge of communicating with the team and coordinating the entire thing online.
Especially with COVID-19,
yeah, sure.
Of course.
And right after getting the first position in the local competition, in the local competition, we met with the judges, Mr. Mu'taz Darwish, the vice president of Shell in Egypt, and he gave us his thoughts about our scenarios. And there is a specific quote. He told us, "What got you here might not get you there, and you need to step up your game." So and he gave us some directions to make our scenarios more rigorous and science-based, and use the right piece of information, data, to strengthen our scenarios. It was a lot of work in 1 week, but the entire team was motivated to get into this stage, and we were able to score the second place in the final.
Let's ask you, Habiba, about another challenge about the team. You are the smaller team in the global competition. Yes.
Okay, when we started the competition, we were on Zoom with multiple people, and every team consists of up to 8 students. However, our team, we weren't up to 8 students, we were only up to 5. Definitely, if it was a big group, it would have been different. You have more teamwork, there is more like people that can work on different things. But I wouldn't say it was a challenge, because we were 5 and we were all goal-oriented, and we knew what exactly we wanted, and we were able to push through any obstacles, anything that came our way. We were able to like put it aside and just focus and make time for the competition, and truly like learn from that program as much as possible, digest what they're teaching us and implement. And with the same time, it's adding what we're learning about, and like imagining it and like doing it in a different way.
Yes. And so how do you do with the prize? I know this money that you got from this competition. Do you decided as a team how you will do with this prize?
After winning the first competition, we were awarded 20,000 Egyptian pound, and after winning the second position at the global competition, we were awarded 2,050 and 500 Singaporean dollar.
Hooray!
Yes, thank you. We decided the money among us, but we still haven't decided to do specific things with the money. Yeah. Do you have any plans?
No, up to now, no. If it wasn't scenarios, like if it was an end product, like if that was competition, they asked us to do an end product, that money would have come in hand, because like we could have invested and actually put our idea out there. But I believe with the content and like what we presented in the global stage, I believe it's a good start. If anyone wants to look at it, it's like a guideline. Like what we truly did in that competition, we truly did a guideline for the first scenario and the second scenario, and we put so much details in the report that it's ready to be implemented. It's truly ready to be implemented.
Yes. I'm really happy for you, Yani, and I thank you very much for having you today, Habiba, construction engineering, and Ali, computer engineering, and thank you for watching.